Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you to the 9th episode of My Sweet Lord. Let us begin today's My Sweet Lord by offering our prayers to their lordships. Please join me offering prayers. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyapadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Today we're going to discuss about an extraordinary devotee of Lord Krishna who had wonderful sweet pastimes with Lord Krishna in his beautiful form as Vittala in Pandarapura. Pandarapura is the most famous place for Lord Krishna. Lakhs and lakhs of devotees have been visiting this place to have the darshan of their sweet Lord Krishna, very sweetly called, addressed as Vittala. This devotee is actually from the 14th century, about 500 to 550 years back. This devotee was born into a very rich aristocratic family called, his father name was Varadappa Nayaka, and this boy, the devotee, when he was born, he was named as Srinivasa after Lord Srinivasa in Tirupati. And this boy grew up in a very aristocratic family with the parents. Parents were actually diamond merchants. Those days, they were very well-to-do, so his parents sent him to a good schooling. He had very good schooling. He learned Sanskrit, Kannada, Marathi. He became expert in all these languages. But unfortunately, this boy grew up becoming very miserly. In Hindi they say kanjusi. This boy was so miserly that every small thing he would calculate. Actually, he was born into an extraordinarily rich family, but somehow this boy was very much attached to the money and material opulence. It appeared as if this boy is going to be one of the most famous materialistic person. There were no symptoms of any devotion, no charity, no dana, tapaha. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says in the 18th chapter, Yajna dana tapaschaiva pavanani manishinaha. Yajna, dana, tapaha. One has to do yajna. You have to do a lot of charities. But this man, this boy, as he grows, as he becomes man, he not only he was growing in his body size, in his age, he was also growing in his quality of miserly. He became more and more miserly as he grew more and more in his age. So he was married to a very highly devoted girl called Lakshmi Bai. She was a very devoted lady was very pious, a great devotee of Lord Krishna, and she would always follow all the vratas, worships of Lord Krishna in her life. And this man, at that time, he was called Shinappa Nayaka. He was into making diamond jewelries for kings, not even for ordinary people. His business was actually trading with kings for sake of diamond jewels like crown, necklace, rubies, bangles, and all that. So he was one of the most famous diamond merchant at that time. And everyone was upset with this Shinappa Nayaka's miserly nature. He would not give any charity, not even 1 rupee in charity. In case by mistake something is given, he would go and snatch it back. That was his nature. Forget about giving charity. Even in his dream, doing some pious activities like Annadana or puja, doing any such things, he would only think that is all waste of money, because he would think money is so sweet. So, they say money is like a honey, and in fact it is sweeter than honey. So he was practically following that philosophy. But by the grace of the Lord, Lord Krishna, who is extraordinarily compassionate, it is said, Kripam Bhudim, Krishna's mercy is like an ocean. Kripam Bhudim, Apayayan Mam, Anabhipsum Andham. Anabhipsum, even though I'm not desiring to take Krishna's mercy, I have no desire to take Krishna's mercy. I'm a complete materialistic person. Even then, Krishna, who is Kripam Bhudim, Paradukha Dukkhim, through the great devotees, through spiritual master, Krishna exhibits his extraordinary compassion upon such materialistic people. So Krishna engineered a divine plan to convert this most conjuice, this biggest miserly person into a great devotee. So Krishna, he took the form of an old man, a poor man, and he goes to this Shinappa Nayaka and tells, hey Shinappa Nayaka, I'm an old man. I have daughters. I have to marry them. According to Vedic rituals, I'm supposed to do Kanyadana. I'm supposed to marry my daughters. That is my responsibility as a father. But unfortunately, I'm extremely poor. I do not have any facilities. I don't have any money with me. I kindly request you, please give me some charity, give me some money so that I can marry my daughter. And when Shinappa Nayaka heard this, he became extremely angry, because he would never like beggars. He would think beggars are all useless. They don't work hard. They simply come and take away the hard-earned money. And he became angry and he rebuked him. He said, you old man, how dare you come and ask me money? Get lost. Don't even dare to show your face to me. I would not give even 1 rupee to you for your daughter's marriage. Just go away, disappear. Don't even show your face to me. And the poor man, actually it was Lord Krishna who was in the form of the poor man. He begged this Shinappa Nayaka again and again and again, please give me, even though Shinappa Nayaka was ill-treating him. He was not talking to him properly. And Shinappa Nayaka, he actually, in all possible way, he humiliated Lord Krishna, who was in the form of the old man. Then Krishna, who was in the form of old man, he comes to the house of the Shinappa Nayaka. And then he stands at the door. Bhavati Bhikshan Dehi, Bhavati Bhikshan Dehi, Bhavati Bhikshan Dehi. Hey Mata, hey mother, hey my dear woman, Oh, my dear lady, please be merciful unto me. You are the wife of a Navakoti Narayana Shinappa Nayaka. This devotee, he has not yet become devotee. This personality who is the most conjuice, miserly, Kripana. At that time, he was so rich. 600 years back, he was called Navakoti Narayana, means 9 crore rupees was his worth. Somebody has 9 crore rupees, even today, is considered to be rich. Imagine about 500 to 600 years back, if somebody has 9 crore rupees of wealth, what an extraordinarily rich person he must be. But he was not ready to do any charity. So Krishna, in the form of old man, comes to the house of Shinappa Nayaka and begs and prays to his wife, "Hey Devi, hey Mata, please help me. I'm an old man. I have to marry my daughters. Please help me, help me." And the wife was very devoted to the husband, even though she never liked husband being so miserly. Even though she never approved husband not doing charity and all that, she would always pray to Krishna, "Krishna, please come and bless my husband. Krishna, please come and change the heart of my husband." See, it is said, Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Jiva. You must be a fortunate person, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, to get a devotee husband, to get a devotee wife, to get devotee children, to get devotee parents, to get devotee friends, to get devotee neighbors. You must be extraordinarily fortunate. And this Navakoti Narayana Shinappa Nayaka was very fortunate to get a wife who was a great devotee of Lord Krishna. And she said, "Hey, my dear old man, poor man, I sincerely wish to help you, but I'm helpless. I have nothing in my hand. Everything is managed by my husband. I do not hold anything. What can I give you? What can I offer you in this way, my dear old man? Hey, poor man, how can I help you?" And then the old man, he smiled. He's Krishna. He's just in the form of old man. He said, "What are you talking, my dear mother? Hey Devi, hey wife of Navakoti Narayana Shinappa Nayaka, look at your nose ring. You're wearing nose ring, and this nose ring is a diamond nose ring. It's very valuable. If you desire, if you wish, you can give that to me. And this nose ring is given by your parents. It is not your husband's. So in that way, you will not break any pativrata dharma. You can give because it is given to you by your parents." And immediately that lady, the great devotee of Lord Krishna, she immediately removes her diamond nose rings and she gives in charity to the old man, who was none other than Krishna himself. And the old man, after receiving the diamond nose ring from this lady, Lakshmi Bai, wife of Shinappa Nayaka, he comes again to Shinappa Nayaka, to his place, diamond merchant, his diamond shop, and he says, "Hey, my dear Shinappa Nayaka, you scolded me. You told me that I'm a useless beggar because I was asking you some money. But look, now I have come with some jewelry. Take this jewelry, give some money so that I can marry my daughter." And Shinappa Nayaka, he receives that diamond nose ring, and he was shocked because he could immediately recognize that it is his wife's nose ring. Because he was a diamond merchant, he knew exactly. And he was so shocked. It is my wife's nose ring. How this old man got? He got, dubious about this old man. He got some kind of a suspicious about this old man. He told, "Hey, old man, you be seated here. I will just get back to you." And Shinappa Nayaka, he hurries to his home, and he comes to his home, and he asks, "Where are you, Lakshmi Bai? Where are you? Come before me." And when Lakshmi Bai the good wife of Shinappa Nayaka, when she hears the husband voice, she gets scared. What happened? Why my husband is calling me like this? Did he realize? Did he somehow come to know that I have given diamond nose ring as a charity? Oh my God, hey Krishna, how will I face my husband? And then she goes inside the altar where the puja room, the Krishna was kept, and she locks herself inside, and she starts praying to Krishna. And then Shinappa Nayaka stands outside. Come outside. Oh Lakshmi Bai, my wife, you have to come outside. Please show me that where is your diamond nose ring. Come outside, show me your diamond nose ring. If you don't show me your diamond nose ring, I'm going to kill you. Where is the diamond nose ring? Like this, he was demanding, standing outside. And this great devotee, Lakshmi Bai, who was there inside, she started offering, because when devotees are in difficulties, they can only offer prayers like some other great devotees, like Draupadi, how she offered prayers when she was in great difficulty. She said, Govinda Dwaraka Nivasi Krishna, Govinda Dwaraka Nivasi Krishna, Kauravadin Paribhutam Mam, Imjanasi Keshava. Hey Keshava, don't you know that I'm being humiliated by these Kauravas? Govinda, hey Krishna, the one who's staying in Dwaraka, Gopi Janapriya, Krishna, Krishna, Mahayogin, Vishwatma, Vishwabhavana, Prapannam, Pahimam, Pahimam, Pahimam. Like Draupadi was praying, Krishna protect me, Krishna protect me, Pahimam Govinda, Pahimam Govinda. This Shinappa Nayaka's wife started praying, Krishna, Krishna protect me. And finally she decided, better I drink poison and give up my life, because I cannot disobey my husband, and at the same time I've given charity, and how will I now go and show my face without diamond ring? And in this way, when she was about to drink poison, Krishna immediately dropped the golden nose ring into that poison pot. And then the Lakshmi Bai picked it out, and she was so happy that Krishna, Pahimam Govinda, Pahimam Govinda, Govinda, Krishna, Dwaraka Vasin, Gopi Janapriya, you came and protected me. And she came and she gave that to Shinappa Nayaka. And Shinappa Nayaka, now he has got two nose rings. One is what he received from the old man. Another one is what he received from his wife. He was shocked. How is it possible? And he immediately rushes. He rushes to find the old man, but old man is no more there. He has disappeared. And then suddenly it strikes to Shinappa Nayaka. He realizes and he hears the Asharira Vani, that Krishna, who came in the form of that old man to teach him a lesson, how Krishna, that the Supreme Lord, he becomes extremely compassionate to change the heart of his devotees. As I said, Krishna, even though we are not desiring to drink the bhakti rasa, he comes and he changes our heart. He offers this kind of situation so that we change our life and become devotees of Lord Krishna. And his heart changes and he becomes a devotee. And he renounces, he completely is 9 crore opulent, that whatever wealth that he had, Navakoti Narayana Shinappa Nayaka, he abandons all his property, wealth, diamond, all his business, and he becomes a dasa, a mendicant, a devotee of Krishna. And he goes to one great Acharya at that time called Vyasaraya Tirtha and takes Diksha from him, and he gets his Diksha name, he gets his initiated name called Purandara Dasa. Purandara Dasa is the most famous person in entire South India who glorified Lord Krishna, especially Udupi Krishna and Panduranga Vitthala in Pandaripura. And this great devotee who became so devoted to Krishna, first of all, he glorified his wife. He said, it is only because of my wife I took sannyasa. Let the population of such wives who are so great devotees, who can make their husbands into a great devotees. Let such number increase. Let such number increase. He glorifies. And he becomes a great devotee. So much so great devotee, it is said that in his entire lifetime, he lived for 80 years. And in the 80 years, about 20 years, he was a non-devotee. He was extremely conducive, miserly person. And in remaining time, about 60 years, he wrote 4,75,000 glories. That means kirtanas, poems on Lord Krishna. 4,75,000 kirtanas, the glories of Lord Krishna. It means every 2 to 3 minutes, he was continuously producing one kirtana. That means he was extraordinarily, his consciousness was extraordinarily saturated with Krishna's love. And he had an extraordinary relationship with Krishna. He would talk to Krishna. They would exchange some beautiful pastimes of Lord Krishna. And he would constantly visit Pandaripura, the Pandaripura, which is not an ordinary place. You all know Pandarapura is there in Maharashtra, today's Maharashtra, and this place is being described, is being glorified in Skanda Purana by Skanda. It is said that Shri Bhima Ratya Amala Neera Samira Vega, Shri Bhima Ratya Amala Neera Samira Vega, Nirduta Tira. It is said that when the wind blows on a river called Bhima Nadi, there is a river that flows, it is called Bhima Nadi or Chandrabhaga river. When the wind blows on a Bhima, Shri Bhima Ratya Amala Neera, Amala means the most pure, Neera means water, the most pure water, that is Bhima Nadi river, the water which is flowing in Pandarapura. When the wind blows, and that wind blows on pure water of Chandrabhaga or Bhima Nadi river and comes and touches Krishna, the Vitthala's body, and then the same wind goes and touches people. Nirduta Tira. It is said that Nirduta Tira, the devotees who are living on the banks of this Bhima Nadi, whoever walks in that place, they get Shri Panduranga Lasitam Varapundarika Kshetram. Shri Panduranga Lasitam, Sakshat Panduranga. Ranga means Krishna. Sakshat Panduranga Lasitam. Lasitam means being decorated by the presence of Lord Krishna. What is that place? Varapundarika Kshetram. That is called Pundarika Kshetram. The place is called Pundarika Kshetram. Pavitram Manyaham Ashritosmi. Hey, my dear Pandarapura Kshetra, Varapundarika Kshetra, where Lord Krishna is present in the form of Panduranga. Shri Panduranga Lasitam Varapundarika Kshetram Pavitramanyaham Ashritosmi. In that place, Purandaradasa would again and again visit, and he would stay there. He would spend some time. And once it so happened, the most beautiful pastime of Lord happened in this place, Pandarapura. When Purandaradasa, once he goes there, and morning, when everyone is sleeping, he wakes up early in the morning. He wanted to take baths. And when Purandaradasa, he had been there, he had been to Pandarapura to take darshan of Lord Krishna, because all the songs that Purandaradasa, 4,75,000 songs that he has composed, he has dedicated to his Lord Purandara Vithala, hey Krishna, Purandara Vithala, like that he glorifies him. 4,75,000 songs. That is his attachment to Lord Krishna in Pandarapura as a Purandara Vithala. So he goes there with his disciples, and early in the morning he wakes up and he was taking bath, and he wanted some more water, and he calls one of his disciples, Appanna. Appanna was supposed to be one of his disciples. Appanna, can you please get me some water? Appanna, hey Appanna. It so happened, his disciple, one of the disciples, Appanna, he was in he was fully asleep. He was in deep sleep. He was not able to hear his spiritual master Purandara Dasa calling him for some service. But Krishna, who is very, Bhakta Vatsala, he is always purchased by the devotion of his devotees. He likes Purandara Dasa so much that when Purandara Dasa wanted some help and there was nobody to help, immediately Krishna, Panduranga Vithala, he comes in the form of Appanna, the disciple of Purandara Dasa, and he brings water. And in a hurry, when he brings water, Purandara Dasa was about to take, that falls on his leg, and it was too hot. And Purandara Dasa gets angry. And it's a transcendental anger, because great devotees, they don't come under ordinary emotions like us. And he gets angry. He says, Appanna, what kind of service are you doing? What is this? Why this water is so hot? How can you bring this water? Like this, Purandara Dasa takes that pot in which the Appanna, the Krishna, had brought the water, and he throws it on the face of Purandara Vithala, Krishna, who was there in the form of Appanna, and that pot hits on Krishna, the Vitthala's face, and Purandara Dasa walks away from that place. Krishna, all the way, he came to help his devotee, because he was asking for some water. There was nobody to give him water, and he brings water, and this Purandara Dasa gets angry at Krishna, unknowingly that it is Krishna, and he hits him. So Krishna wanted to take a sweet revenge on his devotee. You hit me, wait, I will show you. You see, when there is a very sweet relationship and they want to exchange some kind of a sweet loving pastime like this, then Krishna, out of the sweet anger, he takes the form of Purandara Dasa, and he goes to the house of one of the prostitutes of Pandarapura, and he spends the entire night watching the prostitute dance in her place. And while leaving the prostitute's house, he gives one of the golden bangle to the prostitute as a out of like encouragement for her dance, like as a gift, and he walks away. And later, when the priest, next day when they open the temple and they discover Vitthala's bangle is missing, the golden bangle is missing, the news spreads. Who came inside? How can the bangle go missing? And when they start searching, when the investigation is on, they discover the golden bangle is with the prostitute of the Pandarapur. They summon her and they call her, how you got this golden bangle? She says, I don't know. Yesterday Purandara Dasa came and he gave me this. I don't know anything about it. And they call, this Purandara Dasa, he calls himself to be a great devotee. Look what he has done. He has come, he has sneaked into the altar, he has stolen away Vithala, Krishna's bangle, and he has gone to prostitute and he has given to a prostitute. Does he even know the value of Krishna's bangle? Call him. Actually, Purandara Dasa, why should he steal? He was once upon a time Navakoti Narayana. He was the owner of the 9 crore worth business. He was trading diamond jewelries with the kings. Why should he steal? He has renounced everything. He has given up everything for Krishna, for his beloved Lord. And now the Lord has put this kind of an allegation on Purandara Dasa because Krishna wants to take revenge on his devotee. And they call him, they ask him, tell, how did you steal this? Purandara Dasa says, my dear Lord, hey Krishna, what is this? What kind of a situation you put me into? And he tells the people, I don't know. I have not gone anywhere outside of my house. I don't know. But the people don't listen to him. They start beating him. They start punishing him. Tell. And then Purandara Dasa smiles and he tells, hey Krishna, because I hit you. I hit you without knowing it is you. I thought it was my small, my son-like disciple. You are taking revenge on your devotee like this. Hey Krishna, I renounced my 9 crore worth business for you, to glorify you, to become your devotee. And you, because without knowing I beat you, so you are giving me beatings in return. Hey Krishna, oh my Lord, Prananatha, hey Ranga, hey Vithala, now you took revenge for my mistake. Now that you have taken the revenge, if you want to take more revenge, why are you holding another bangle in another hand? Throw that also. Take all the revenge. Why are you still standing inside the altar? Like this, when he was praying, when the people were beating, all the beatings that they were giving, it was not coming on Purandara Dasa's body, it was actually started appearing on Vitthala's body. Krishna, Vithala inside the altar, on his body, the beating, the marks started appearing. And when the devotees, the pujaris, when they saw this, they got shocked. They couldn't bear this. Hey Lord, hey Krishna, how is this coming on your body, my dear Lord? And more they beat Purandara Dasa outside of the temple, more and more markings appearing on, Krishna's body. And the devotees realized that, there is something big mistake is going on here. We are doing something extraordinarily a big mistake. And they come and fall at the feet of Purandara Dasa. At that time, Krishna appears and he says, it is my sweet pastime with my devotee. I like Purandara Dasa so much. And we were having a small quarrel and he beat me and I wanted to beat him. So I created this sweet pastime. It is not Purandara Dasa who gave the bangle to that prostitute. I myself took the form of Purandara Dasa and went to prostitute and gave her this bangle. Look, and the way, and Purandara Dasa was composing on spot and he was glorifying Krishna. And he was saying, oh my dear Lord, you're taking revenge on me. Come on, take revenge on me. Like this, Krishna became so happy. He took another bangle and he threw, as Purandara Dasa said, if you want to take revenge, why are you holding another bangle? Throw that. That also you throw. So Krishna took out another bangle and he threw. In this way, Krishna demonstrated the whole world. What did he demonstrate? Papavali Patana. Papavali means great varieties of sinful activities. We are all absorbed in committing varieties of sinful activities like illicit sex, like going to prostitute, eating meat, and intoxication, gambling, right? There are varieties, not just 4. Patavali Patana Pattapangaha. It is said that Patavali Patana Pattapangaha. Hey Krishna, the one who is expert. Pattapangaha means the expert. What are you expert? You are expert in eradicating the sinful desires and sinful reactions of the devotees who surrender to you. Papavali Patana Pattapangaha. It is Shripani Padmanjita Janujhangaha. O Lord Krishna, Shripani Padmanjita Janujhangaha. The Rukmini, because Krishna is there with Rukmini in Pandarapura. Rukmini, she is always worshipping your lotus hands, lotus feet and your lotus body. Shripani Padmanjita Janujhangaha. Gopala Bala Kripaya Swayamnaha. Gopala Bala, a child of Gopala, the son of Gopala, that is son of Maharaj Nanda, Krishna, Gopala Bala, Kripaya Swayam, Kripaya, out of your great mercy, Swayam, on your own wish, on your own will, Kripaya Swayam. Shri Pandurango Bhavatu Prasannaha, Shri Pandurango Bhavatu Prasannaha. Hey Panduranga, become pleased upon me. You become happy by my prayers. not because my prayers are great. You become happy because you wish to become happy on your own. We can't make Krishna happy by giving something to him. When child is crying, you can give some chocolate and make the child happy. If somebody wants, you can give some bike, some mobile, some beautiful girlfriend, boyfriend, power, position, and make people happy because they don't have it. When people don't have it, you give them, they'll become happy. But Krishna is Atmaramascha Munayo. He has everything. What he doesn't have, what can we give him? If at all he wants to become happy, he becomes happy because he wants to become happy. Hey Krishna, hey Panduranga, Bhavatu Prasannaha. Like this, when the prayers are offered, Krishna became so happy. This is the sweet revenge pastime. Loving pastime. Krishna wanted to demonstrate the whole world how Purandara Dasa is so great. Can you imagine? Can you think of hitting Krishna? Will Krishna come when you call water, water? Do you think Krishna will come in our house for us? Will he get water for us? But he was coming to get water for his devotee Purandara Dasa. And because Purandara Dasa is such a great devotee, and with such devotees, Krishna will have this kind of sweet pastimes. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Always think of me. Always remember me. Become my devotee. And how do you become devotee? By thinking of Krishna, by hearing about him like this. Like so many of you are attending My Sweet Lord every day. And in this way, you are hearing about Krishna, thinking of Krishna, and we bhavamad bhaktaha. In this way, we also become devotee of Krishna by the grace of, great acharyas like Purandara Dasa, Kanakadasa, and all of their lotus feet dust when it falls on our head through Srila Prabhupada instructions, we become devotees. I have a small short video to show you the entire pastime. There is a small video and I want all of you to watch this. And after that, I'll again come back and let us all offer a small prayer to Krishna together, and then we will end this. So request all of you to please stay on. Maybe next another 3-4 minutes we'll close this talk. First, we will watch this video and we'll come back. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. That was a small video presentation and the pastime that we all heard now. I request all of you to please join your hands and please repeat this prayer. And let us all offer this prayer to Panduranga, Vithala, Krishna from here, from wherever you are. That sweet Lord who reciprocated with Purandara Dasa like this, I'm sure he's there in our heart. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Ruddeshe Arjuna Tishtati. He will hear our prayers. He will he will give us the same blessing, make us devotees. Please repeat. Papavali, Papavali, Patana, Patana, Pattapangaha, Pattapangaha, Shripani, Shripani, Padmanjita, Padmanjita, Janu, Janu, Jhanga, Jhanga, Gopalabala, Gopalabala, Kripaya, Kripaya, Swayam, Swayam, Naha, Naha, Shri Pandurangaha, Shri Pandurangaha, Bhavatu, Bhavatu, Prasannaha, Prasannaha, Shri Panduranga Bhavatu Prasannaha. May that Lord Krishna, who is known as Panduranga, bless all of you, increase your attraction to Lord Krishna. Let us end today's session with a beautiful video of Pandarapura. Those of you have seen, those of you have not seen, just see this 1-minute video, how Krishna is gorgeously worshipped. Hundreds and thousands and lakhs of devotees. Please watch this video and again see you tomorrow with another extremely wonderful, sweet pastime of Lord Krishna. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, again in My Sweet Lord. Now the video presentation.
ध्वजा वैष्णवांची उभी पंढरी आज नादा dर्शन